Welcome back, everybody, to Captain Mormon, essays and interviews for all Mormons. Now, if you've been a member of the church for any length of time, chances are you've already been pitched or you've pitched yourself an MLM. That's right, a multi-level marketing scheme. And that's the topic of today's video. But before we get to that, the scripture of the day. Doctrine and Covenants 10:5. Pray always that you may come off conqueror. Yea, you may conquer Satan, and that you may escape the hands of the servants of Satan that do uphold his work. There it is. It's by prayer that you may come off conqueror. Not meditation, not quiet time, prayer. Spending time one-on-one with the Almighty. That's what prayer is. Nobody ever fought off Satan by doing yoga. So don't pretend like you're praying just because you're not on your phone at that specific moment. Prayer is an intentional, active act, and we all should do a little bit more of it. All right, let's get to today's topic. MLMs, multi-level marketing schemes, or as your cousin from Orem calls them, an excellent opportunity to be your own boss. You can run your own business today. It's time to monetize your social network. Work from home, set your own hours, be part of an excellent community. I can't explain it right now, but if you come to our meeting at 7 p.m. today, I'll explain everything. Oh, and somebody's gonna be there who's a millionaire. All right, that's enough of that. But you know the feeling. You get a message from your mission companion telling you that you can get real job experience in sales with no experience required. Yeah, it sounds attractive, and I think we all fell into that trap at least once. So why do Latter-day Saints seem so uniquely drawn to these business opportunities? Number one, we have strong communities. All Mormons believe in the same God, the same baptism, the same priesthood authority, and a lot of us share a family history. For people living in Utah, it might seem weird that someone's life revolves entirely around work, maybe hobbies, maybe school. But in general, people are pretty isolated. So when a multi-level marketing scheme sees a strong community of people outside of things like work and school, it's just a ripe opportunity for exploitation. And Mormons don't just go to church on Sunday. We see each other several times a week. We build up lives together. We spend a lot of time together. Service projects, Relief Society activities, and whatever the Elders Quorum does. And on top of that, in places like Utah, where members are relatively concentrated, you share a geographic location with your other ward members, which also means that you'll share socioeconomic status, your kids will likely go to the same schools, your wives will likely go to the same spin classes, etc., etc. Each ward is like a mini community. It's full of trust, it's full of goodwill, and it's full of constant contact one member to another. And this trust that's built in is a beautiful thing, and it's easy to exploit for something like an MLM, because at its base, MLMs feed on this social capital. It's not the strength or integrity of the products they sell that attract people to it. I mean, MLMs aren't even really about the product at all. It's really all about recruitment. So when your friend or relative tells you about this great opportunity, it doesn't really matter what the product is, you're going to hear them out. Because MLMs don't sell products. They sell the trust of their members. So when Sister Johnson, that super spiritual and nice lady, tells you that this specific skincare product changed my life and it can change yours, it's like the ultimate sales pitch because they've already got our listening ear. The actual quality of the product is insignificant. The real value is these warm prospects, and the more ignorant or naive the prospects, the more attractive. We also are pretty discouraging of confrontation in the church. So if someone you care about tells you about a new business they're starting, it's very unlikely that you'll say, that kind of sounds like a pyramid scheme or a scam. And you'll go along with their minute requests, like attending a group meeting tonight. The LDS church is like one big warm market of people. The second point is that the church really puts an emphasis on self-reliance and encourages doing things for yourself and entrepreneurship. This isn't a bad thing. There's nothing inherently wrong with these ideas, but these tendencies are easily exploited by MLMs. And they never seem to mention that 99% of people will pay more money to the company than they ever make out of it. It's just basic math in a pyramid scheme. When you hear an MLM say something like, we empower women, we help families achieve financial freedom, those are good things. We want those things. If you're struggling with money, you're probably even more susceptible to these messages. And having kids today, who's not struggling with money? They hit all of the important points. Family-centered, independence, community-based business. We really resonate to these things. And again, there's nothing wrong with them on their own. own. But in reality, you're plugging into a system that's designed to extract money from you by telling you these things rather than make money for you. But even knowing these facts, most people will still fall for at least one in their lifetime. And I think as long as you get out with most of your money, you're probably fine. Point number 3. Mormons are really good at convincing people of their opinion. In the church, we call this bearing testimony. We know exactly how to speak from the heart, connect with someone on an emotional level, and sound extremely sincere when we say these things. And that's because most of us are sincere. If you genuinely increased your self-confidence by buying this brand of leggings, wouldn't you want to tell people about it? And at that point, it won't feel like a sales pitch because you really believe it. I mean, this is part of the strength of our missionary program, is that the people going out to serve missions in general really believe the things that they're saying, and people can sense that. I've seen people post general conference talks on their social media and then put a join my team link right below it. I'm not saying it's like evil or something, it's just weird. Which brings me to my next point, which is that we generally ignore the economic role of stay-at-home moms in Utah. It's a great choice to stay at home and raise your kids as a mother, but especially in today's economy, which generally relies on 2 incomes, this puts a lot of financial strain on the family, which makes that pitch all the more attractive that a stay-at-home mom can make a working income without ever leaving the home. On top of that, a lot of stay-at-home moms struggle with depression, finding purpose, finding connection with friends outside the home. So even if something sounds like a pyramid scheme and is almost guaranteed to lose the family money, women will still take the plunge because you never know, it could work out. And wouldn't that be great to have a few extra dollars every month? I'm going to take a few minutes here to explain why MLMs are financially and mathematically impossible. Every recruit needs to recruit more people to make money, but with everything that's exponential, you'll eventually run out of new people to recruit, and way before that point, the pyramid collapses when the people at the bottom realize they're not making any money. And of course, that's by design. You need to recruit to make money in a pyramid scheme. That's the whole point of the pyramid structure, is that the people below you are what support you, not the products that you sell. Okay, so what's the point of me saying all this? What does this have to do with the gospel? A lot, actually. If we believe in Zion, the idea of a people with one heart, one mind, and no poor among us, then most of our energy should be spent in ethical, transparent, real, value-delivering businesses. That's not to say that smelly candles don't have a place in society, but we can't support an economy on everybody selling candles to everyone else. The numbers just don't add up. It's one thing when you're running a business that you hire an employee, give them a job, and pay them for their time. It's another thing when you recruit people who in turn need to recruit their own people to make a real living. If I'm a plumber who installs toilets and sinks, you don't see me telling every customer I talk to, you could be a plumber and work for me, and then half of your money I would take, but then you could recruit more plumbers and half of their money would go to you. You just don't hear that sort of thing because real businesses delivering value don't operate that way. So the next time you see one of your Facebook friends posting about a great opportunity for financial freedom and blah blah blah, do us all a favor and just ignore them. The world doesn't need any more essential oil consultants. And I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I'm not even convinced that essential oils do anything. Go get a real job, build up real skills, and start your own business that actually provides something of value. Build something, make something. I guarantee you'll find a lot more satisfaction doing that, and you'll burn a lot fewer bridges. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Post your craziest MLM stories below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.